What's happening boxing? What's happening YouTube? And about that boxing. Man, here's another one from last night's fights in Riyadh, man, Saudi. We got Daniel Dubois versus Filip Hrgovic. Man, this fight was good. Another exciting bout from last night. Daniel Dubois did exactly what I expected he would do. I knew he was going to win this fight. I had to go with him. I'm not even a Filip Hrgovic fan, but Filip Hrgovic did show up and he did try to take off the head of Daniel Dubois, but it just didn't happen. Daniel Dubois was way too skilled. He was just pretty much taking it to Hrgovic's face the entire night. He was banging the body barely, but he was hitting the body. But man, he really was head hunting. When I heard Daniel Dubois cuss, I already knew what it was. Daniel Dubois does not usually talk like that. So he was pissed. He was at the point of where he was done talking about fighting. He was like, let's go. Basically, it was a slugfest with Dubois having way more in his arsenal. He's just too skilled. And he also showed that he is back. You know, his last fight before this one was decent, but you know, of course he had the Usyk loss, and so people were questioning how he was going to bounce back from that. This shows that he is definitely back. He's ready to fight. He called out Anthony Joshua and everything. But in the fight, let's get back in. I done jumped ahead. He pretty much dismantled Hrgovic. He ended up getting his eyes starting to go bloodshot, and this was early in the fight. This was like in the early rounds, like I would say like 3 rounds or whatever. You could already see Hrgovic's eye getting that real red look to it, and he had like kind of started the first cut. By the 8th, the doctors had seen enough. Both eyes, he looked like a bloody raccoon. That's what he looked like. He looked like a raccoon with 2 big bloodshot circles around his eyes. It was terrible. It was terrible for Hrgovic, but he did come to fight, so I do got to at least give him that. But he called out the wrong one, talking about the sparring and all that. Sparring, I keep trying to tell y'all, is sparring. It's not the same thing as being in the ring. He basically tried to say that he had Dubois figured out because of sparring sessions he had with him. Come on, bro. I guess you didn't have it figured out, because whatever you saw in the sparring, you wasn't seeing a damn thing by the end of this fight. By the 8th round of this fight, you wasn't seeing nothing, literally. Anyway, man, big ups to Daniel Dubois for coming back, doing this thing, getting the TKO in the 8th, and calling out Anthony Joshua. That should be a good fight, a great fight. If he catches Joshua the right way, he can sleep him. He has a very high knockout ratio, as does Anthony Joshua, so it would be a banger. It would definitely be something I would want to see. We'll have to see what that, what comes of that. That's all I really got for this one, man. Big ups again to Daniel Dubois on the victory. Boom, making me some bread. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'll be back with another one. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notifications, comment, and share the content. And about that boxing.